Yeah. All I need is one mic. Yeah. All I need is one mic.
Hey everybody, welcome back to One Mic, where I watch shit so you don't have to. And today I'm here to talk about the first episode of the CW Superman and Lois. Now, this is something that I had absolutely no intention of watching. I'm gonna give you guys a brief kind of like little background on my experiences with the Arrowverse and the CW show. So, real quick, I started watching the Arrowverse shows, which at the time was only Arrow, during season 2 of Arrow. So I went back and watched season 1 and season 2, and then by the time season 3 had started, I was caught up and watched season 3 as it was airing. I never finished Arrow. I think I probably didn't see. I think maybe season 5 was the last one that I saw. I started watching The Flash when it premiered, which was concurrent with season 3 of Arrow. Season 1 of The Flash is one of my favorite seasons of a show. Period. I thought it was magnificent. I watched The Flash probably through season 3 or 4, maybe, before I kind of fell out of that. I watched Supergirl. I think I watched the first season of that. I hated it until they introduced Martian Manhunter. Then I thought it got a little bit better. I watched Legends of Tomorrow. I think maybe 2 seasons of that. That was far too campy for my taste. And on the CW, where all of these shows are campy to some degree, right? But I have not seen Batwoman. I have not seen uh, Stargirl. Was that a CW one? I don't know, but I kind of fell out of it, and it wasn't really so much because I didn't like the shows. I mean, the shows are not bad, but they're not good. And when you have high quality programming like some of the other things that I reviewed on this channel, it's really hard to commit to a 23 episode season of something that is just okay. You know, it's like, okay, this is but you get 23 episodes, you're gonna get some filler episodes. Like it's a slog to get through some of these sometimes. It's hard to be elite when you are creating 23 hours of television based on a superhero, and then also trying to do like these villain of the week kind of episodes. Like it's you end up using villains that are not that interesting. I don't know. It's just something that I kind of I don't want to say I grew out of, but something that I kind of stopped having interest in. So I didn't have any intention of watching Superman and Lois. I saw when they introduced Superman on Supergirl. The actor that they have playing him, Tyler, what's his face? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. I thought he seemed okay. You know, it's like, you know, and that's kind of how I feel about these CW properties in general. It's just, it's all right. But I gave this one a shot just because, one, I mean, it was Superman. It's his own show as opposed to you know, a guest appearance on Supergirl. So you know, Superman got his own show. I'll check it out. You know, I don't really know much about the Superman within the Arrowverse. I don't know if he's appeared consistently on Supergirl or anything like that. But I just figured, you know, I'll give it a shot, right? I was actually pretty pleased by the pilot episode. Right now it's Wednesday, March 3rd. The second episode aired last night. I will probably watch it probably after I record this video. But I was actually pretty impressed. I like so well, actually before I talk about what I like, let me talk about what I don't like. What I don't like, and this is kind of prevalent in these CW shows, is like these corny, forced romantic relationships. I hate that. And I also don't like how, and this is almost like the CW's formula, at least in the ones that I've seen, and this desire and this necessity to build a team. Like, let's get superhero who's star of the show, and then let's make a team around this person. I don't understand why they want to do that so badly, and I don't know if they plan on doing this for this Superman show. There's only really one team for Superman, and I don't think you're gonna build that one here. But that's part of what took me out of these CW shows. Like, I got tired of these teams. I got tired of these characters that I didn't care about. I got tired of them getting into relationships and all these heartfelt moments that they shoehorn into every goddamn episode. I'm just like, I'm sick of this shit. I don't really, like I said, there's too much. You're not gonna get me to watch 23 episodes of Arrow when I can watch 8 episodes of something like The Queen's Gambit, which is fucking amazing. Like, and then when Netflix and HBO Max are constantly putting out things of that quality, HBO in general, things of that quality, why am I going to eat up 23 hours on mediocrity full of like teams and characters and relationships that are uninteresting, forced, and boring? So, that's what I don't like. And that is why I kind of do like, at least after this first episode, this Superman and Lois show. One thing that hasn't been explored too much in the Superman, as far as like him being on the smaller big screen, is this dynamic of Superman as a father. And I find this to be actually pretty interesting. So on the show, and I believe this is show exclusive here, Superman and Lois have twins, and presumably one of them, well, not presumably, one of them does have powers. And there's a whole kind of like battle between, not battle, that sounds extreme, but it's a topic of discussion on how they want to handle whether or not they tell the kids that he is Superman, and also kind of like an offshoot from that, do they want to broach the idea of one of you likely has powers? Because they don't know for sure at the time. We, as viewers, I think we figure it out fairly early, but they don't know. And at least they don't have an inkling until a certain point in the episode. And then that brings up the idea of do you want to risk alienating the other child by saying, hey, I'm Superman, he's just like me. So that's got to be pretty... you got to really feel like a third wheel at that point if your dad is Superman and then your brother also has Superman-like powers and you don't have shit. Yeah, you're really going to feel kind of like what they call it, the redheaded stepchild. I've never liked that phrase. I know, it seems so mean to redheaded people, which I am, for all intents and purposes, one of. My father was a redhead. You can't see it on here. I have red hairs in my beard. If I grow my hair out, when I had hair, you could see red hair in there. So I am one of them, but maybe that's why I don't like the phrase. But I don't know. Seems like an asshole phrase. Anyway, I like the idea of exploring how Superman juggles not just being Superman, not just being Lois's Clark, not just being the Daily Planet's Clark, but being not even just being a father, but being a father to twins, one of whom has powers. I like that dynamic. This episode, at least the pilot, explored that a lot. They also explored the idea of Superman leaving Clark leaving Smallville, and not coming back. And when he does come back, for a reason I won't disclose because it's a spoiler, when he does come back, the kind of resentment that people who have stayed have toward him. I thought that was an interesting idea to explore as well. And you can't make an entire TV show that's about people in Smallville shitting on Clark Kent and how does Clark Kent handle having twins and whether or not he's going to tell them he's Superman. Like, you can't have a whole show on that. But for that first episode, it was a good concept. And I'm hoping that this show continues more in delving into themes of like fatherhood or themes of abandonment, things like that Superman has to grapple with while also still doing Superman shit. That is something I'd be way more into than the way the rest of these CW shows are kind of structured. So I really liked this first episode. I thought it was pretty interesting. I also liked I liked but didn't like. I liked this as a viewer, but as someone who like if I were a character within the show, I would not have liked this. The idea of Superman having to juggle, being responsible and held responsible for multiple things. It's like, yeah, he's Superman, but like don't give him shit for not being able to do literally everything all the time. Like Lois's dad gives him shit for like I can't remember what it was, but I just remember thinking like, can you give Superman a fucking break? Jeez. Like I think it was something about uh something involving one of the kids. And I'm by no means am I saying that being Superman gives you the right to be a shitty father, but you know, he's getting like kind of like ragged on pretty tough here, and I'm just like Superman, he can't be everywhere. He can't do everything all the time. Like please don't give Superman a hard time for missing like a dance recital when he was fucking, you know, saving a nuclear plant. And conversely, don't give him shit for not being able to save literally every fucking human. Because like they're like I think there's a moment where Lois's dad shows up to the event that brings Clark back to Smallville. Lois's dad shows up and is is like talking like Superman shit with him, like, hey, here's what's going on here, here's the things we go. And it's like, yo, can you get a fucking break? Like man, like Superman, like he can't do everything at the same time. Like he still is one guy. Like, you know, can you give him time to be Clark sometimes? Like, and if you don't give him time to be Clark, don't give him shit for not doing Clark stuff. You didn't give him time to be Clark. And conversely, like, if you're going to ask him to be Clark in this moment, don't give him shit for not being able to simultaneously be Superman at the same time. So, like, I don't like that as a concept in play, like as if I were in the show or if that were happening to me. I don't like it as a concept, but I do like the idea of how is he going to respond to that. Is that something that's going to happen consistently where he gets shit for not being able to do multiple things simultaneously? And if so, is he going to snap? Like, you know, hey, like, give me a fucking break. Like, you know? So I really like that dynamic. I look forward to seeing where this show goes. After I watch the second episode, I'll probably make a determination on whether or not this might be something I want to cover week to week. I did find the first episode compelling enough to where I'm like, okay, I might be in on this show. But I kind of want to see what they do with the second episode. So I watched the second episode. I'll get a video up. And in that video, I'll probably decide. Also, I want to see if I can find out how long this first season is going to be. Because, you know, those first seasons can be shorter. Like maybe it's only 13 episodes. If it's 13 episodes or something like that, I'll probably cover every episode. If it's going to be your standard 21 to 23 episode run, we'll see. But one thing I do want to do is I do want to have at least 2 shows that I am covering week by week simultaneously. So right now, those 2 shows are WandaVision and Snowfall. WandaVision ends this week in 2 days, and that'll be that. Snowfall just started. So Superman could be the second show. And that's something I kind of want to, just for the timeliness of it, you know, to have something where it's like, you know, we could be watching things together. Like, oh, okay, I watched WandaVision, you watch WandaVision, let's talk about it. So I like that idea. It gives me consistent content as opposed to like, I just finished season 3 of Gamora, which I did. Here's a video about season 3 of Gamora, which no one else is watching but me. And, you know, I would hope that you guys would watch it based on my recommendation, but I don't know that for sure. But I don't want this channel to completely consist of things where maybe you watch it, maybe you don't, maybe you care, maybe you don't. I like to have some something that people are interested in that we can come back to week by week. So Superman might be that thing. I'm kind of like keeping my eye open for another couple things. Falcon and Winter Soldier starts later this month, so that will definitely be one. So I'm not gonna feel like I have to do Superman either. Once Falcon and Winter Soldier starts up in I think 2 weeks, that can run along with Snowfall. So we'll see. But all in all, I found this to actually be a pretty enjoyable pilot episode. I'll be watching the second episode. I'll do a video on that, and in that video, I'll let you guys know my thoughts on week-to-week coverage of Superman and Lois. But for right now, 2 thumbs up. Check it out. I thought it was pretty good. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.